What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuff Series. Jolton Jeff Chandler, Philadelphia Bantamweight. Fantastic fighter he was. He would hold the WBA Bantamweight Championship strap. Now, I remember watching him plenty of times in Atlantic City. He fought a fighter by the name of Oscar Munoz, December 17th, 1983. That was in Atlantic City. I was 2 rows back in that particular fight. He defeated him in 10 rounds. That was a fascinating fight, it actually was. He also fought Miguel Arati. I'm trying to think of the date. I think it was October 27th, 1982, if I'm correct. And I was defending his WBA bantamweight strap, and he knocked him out in 9 rounds. And that was a fascinating hook that he hit him with. I was about 1 row back. I was right behind the timekeeper in that particular fight. He also fought a guy by the name of Hector Cortez, July 23rd, I want to say 1983. And I was about 10 rows back in that fight. And I saw a lot of his fights. So, the point of this whole thing is Jolton Jeff Chandler had an outstanding jab, outstanding left hook, and I want to share that experience with you. And I want to go through his career with you as well, but I got to do it right here on the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuff Series. Outstanding career this young man had. Phenomenal. Now, Jolton Jeff Chandler was born September 3rd, 1955, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He stood 5'7" and weighed 113 to 121 pounds. His manager was K.O. Becky O'Neill, and his trainer was Willie O'Neill. Now, along his journey, he would carry the NBA Bantamweight strap, USBA Bantamweight strap, as well as the WBA Bantamweight strap. He had total bouts of 37. He would win 35 of those fights. He would only lose 2, and he would knock out 15 of his opponents, and he would have 2 draws. Now, he would fight very good fighters such as Johnny Carter, WBA Bantamweight champion. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that fight was held. And he would knock him out in 6 rounds. That fight took place March 27th, 1982. He would fight Javier Flores, February 1st, 1980. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for the NABF Bantamweight Championship strap, and he would knock that man out in 10 rounds. Now, see, the thing with Jeff Chandler, he was a street fighter. He was born and raised in South Philly. That's one of the violent sections in Philadelphia. And he was one of the smallest, wherever he went, he was always the smallest guy. He was one of them type of guys. Didn't grow until he was about 20, 22 years old. He started stretching up a little bit, but he was always short. And he began walking into a boxing gym at the age of 19. And what's remarkable, after about 4 months of training and 2 amateur fights, he would immediately turn professional. He had his first professional fight, February 26, 1976, in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He had a 4-round draw with Mike Dowling. And from that point on, they knew that he could take a good punch, and he can punch himself. So he would have 6 fights in 1976, 3 fights in 1977, 6 fights in 1978, 5 fights in 1979. He would have 5 fights in 1980. And on November 14th, he would face a fighter by the name of Julian Salis for the WBA Bantamweight Championship strap. That was in Miami, Florida. Now, the thing with Salis, he suffered a very bad cut. Jeff Chandler hit him with a perfect textbook left hook and opened up his eye. And that was only in the 3rd round, and he began jabbing and jabbing and jabbing and kept pressure on that eye. In the 11th round, it didn't look like Salis was going to make it very far. And the fight continued, and I'll tell you, this young man had a lot of heart. He had a lot of heart, Salis. Because the punches he was getting nailed with, phenomenal. In the 14th round, they wound up stopping the fight. And Jeff Chandler was just that good. He was just that good. He fought Baby Kid Chocolate, September 26, 1979. That was in Upper Darley, Connecticut. Fought for the USBA Bantamweight Championship strap. he would fight Andre Hernandez for the NABA Bantamweight Championship strap in Atlantic City. I was at that fight. Defeated him in 12 rounds. That fight took place March 29th, 1980, if my memory serves correctly. But I got to tell you, I do a little research on Jolton Jeff Chandler. Fascinating fighter. Very good puncher. He's not discussed on this particular internet. I don't know why. He's a fascinating fighter. I hold him very highly in my bantamweight rankings. I just think he did a lot of good things in the bantamweight division. He would give a rematch to Julian Solis, July 25th, 1981. And this time he would be pressured and held. And I remember his manager yelling at him, K.O. Becky O'Neill, to push him off and hook. Push him off and hook. And this was going on for several rounds. But I think that was his toughest opponent. And eventually he would lose his title to Richie Sandoval. He would lose in 15 rounds. That fight took place in Atlantic City. And I think I had the third row in that particular fight, in 1984. Somewhere around 1984, I would say July 7th, somewhere around there. And, it was a passing of the torch. Then eventually Richie Sandoval would get knocked out by Baby Canizales. And Baby Canizales, I'll tell you, that fight, I was at that fight as well. That was in Las Vegas. It was on the undercard. And Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And John the Beast Mugabe. And he got knocked out in the rain. It was pouring raining out. And they had to carry him to the hospital. They put him on a stretcher, carried him to the ambulance. We didn't know what was going on. I think after the James Schuler and Thomas the Hitman Hearns fight, it was a first round knockout on that card as well. It was when they announced it on the PA that Sandoval would be okay. But the punch that Gaby Canizales hit him with was unbelievable. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to Jolton Jeff Chandler, outstanding bantamweight. Like I said, he held the WBA bantamweight strap. He would also have the NBA bantamweight strap as well as the USBA. And he only lost 2 fights. Incredible. Out of 37 fights, he would only lose 2 fights. He had 35 wins, 15 knockouts, only drew 2 times. And I wonder what he's doing these days, but he was a fantastic fighter. I just wanted to share him with you. I want to salute to Jeff Chandler and wish him well. This is Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Let's salute this great fighter. Salute to my subscribers. Peace.